What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So today's video, we're back working on the turbo 420cc go-kart, and as you can tell by the title, I think I blew up the engine on the go-kart, and that's kind of why I've been holding off like the last month or two. That's why I really haven't filmed anything on it. So before I tell you guys on everything what happened, let's start by getting the MB pulled out of the garage, and let's get the go-kart pulled in here, and we take a closer look at it. Let's see if this thing even starts, because last time I ran it was the last video, but I really didn't run it too long. It's been sitting in silence, so yeah, hope it does. We'll see. It's pretty nice. Let's take this time. Alright. So, as you can tell, the turbo kit is off of the 420cc engine and is currently back to stock form with the stock muffler and stock intake. Kind of hard to see, but that's what it is currently. So, I will say, for the guys that don't have any idea what is actually going on with the turbo kit on the 420, I suggest you go check out the couple of videos I did, I think a month or two ago. I'll link them up in one of the corners, but where I actually put the turbo kit onto the 420cc engine, and then the next video I put it on the go-kart and tested it out. It would kind of just get you guys a little bit more up to date on everything that's actually going on. But right after I finished that last video, I literally just parked it, and the next day I had a couple buddies come over and they really wanted to try it out and drive it around. So we tried driving around for about 20 to 30 minutes, and me trying to tune it, it just wasn't working out right. So I ended up just putting it completely back to stock with a stock jet in it, and the thing ran perfect. We probably had 2.5 to 3 hours of fun. If you remember in the last video, I had some PVC sleeves on the rear tires that were probably about 5/8 inch thick, and I got them right here. This is them currently. So you can tell we definitely had some fun. We went through a full set of sleeves, and at that point we just ended up popping off the sleeves and trying to do some high speed runs, because last time I did a top speed run in this thing, I hit 50, so I really wanted to try it with the more upgraded motor, since last time I think it was 11 horsepower and now it's got a 420, which I think is like a 16 horsepower. So at that point we were just trying to do a couple of top speed runs to end off the night, and I let my buddy Tark do a couple runs up and down, and it just felt like it was hitting a rev limiter before the governor, like something just wasn't right. So he ended up just telling me that, and I was like, all right, let me try it out. I hop on it, do a long pull all the way down the street for about 5 to 10 seconds, and then eventually it just kind of shut off, and I just coasted to a stop. Once I got to a stop, I ended up trying to start it back up by pulling the pull cord, and it spun over a few times and just locked straight up. So at that point, I knew I pretty much kind of blew up the motor. I thought it was just from overheating or whatever. So we just pulled it home, and then I just spun the crank backwards, just like a hair, and then I spun it forward, and it unfreed itself. And then at that point, I was just trying to start it, pulling the pull cord, spinning this electric start, and the thing was just spinning over. No putt, no fire or anything. So I really think I might have messed up something in the top end. This thing definitely had some valve noise to it when I first got it, and I never even looked into it, so that's why I think it's something in the top end. I think it might have bent a push rod or popped a valve off or something. So I don't think it's anything bottom end related, because everything still spins over. I don't hear any metal clanking around in there, so that's kind of a good thing. But at the end of the day, it's still blown up and doesn't run right now. So let's get to work on digging into this thing and then seeing what we can find. So I ended up just flipping the go-kart around and throwing a dolly underneath it, just make it a little bit easier to move around, and it makes it a lot closer to the toolbox there. But I think I'm gonna start up at pulling off the intake just to get a little bit more room in there, and then I can pull out the spark plug. And I think I'm gonna pull off the valve cover and then just crank this thing over a few times if there's nothing that I can visually see inside of there. And just make sure all the valves are moving nicely and make sure there's nothing all eaten up in there. And then check out the spark plug, make sure nothing's eaten up on that. And then we'll kind of just go from there and kind of figure out why it's not running. So I'll probably just catch you guys set up right here and throw it on a time lapse. Actually, maybe I'll just let you guys film, let you guys watch. Should just be a couple little bolts. Nothing inside the carb so far. Carb's still looking good, so good sign. Okay. Spark plug's clean. I'm not really too expert on spark plug tip color, but it's a little clean on the top, a little black, so I'm gonna say it's a little rich, but this is also the same plug I used when it was turboed, so to be honest, I have no clue, but it's whatever. So glad this is clean, so I'm just gonna toss this back in, so it's not just a gaping hole into the cylinder. Now, let's pull off the valve cover. Let's see what we got. I'm actually kind of a little nervous about this. What is in there? Oh my god, hold on. Let me get a light for you guys. What is in there? This is what you get for buying a Facebook Marketplace engine. What is that? I don't know. It's just black around the exhaust valve. I might have blew the exhaust valve apart. I have no clue. What is that? That is nasty looking. Ugh. So, I don't know. Well, let's crank this thing over at least. Let's see. See if I can get this kind of light in there for you guys. Make it a little bit easier for you guys to see. Turn this thing off so it doesn't try to start. The valve seems like it's working alright. That's weird. Oh, that exhaust valve definitely looks a little weird. Definitely doesn't seem like it's moving. Yeah, I would say the valve flash is a little off on that. Oh my god. Was it really that off where all the exhaust is like getting into the head? That would be crazy. Maybe I'll just try to put this thing at top dead center real quick and set the valve flash on this exhaust valve and maybe the intake valve as well while I'm in here. And then we can try to start it. Because if it's just that, that would be sick. So, let's get to work on that. So as you guys just saw, I just hit the valve flash on the intake and exhaust side. I ended up just doing the intake because I'm already in there, why not do it? And the exhaust was definitely off a ton. What it seemed like is the stud that actually holds the rocker itself and then which lets you set the valve flash. It seemed that it was starting to spin out because whenever I was trying to loosen it up, it just kept wanting to spin right out. So I just ended up sinking that thing back in and then set it, and everything seems to be good. Spun it over a few times, double checked it, and she is good to go. So I ended up just slapping the valve cover and intake back on there. So now it's completely all back together. Now I'm gonna check, make sure there's some gas in it, and then we can try to start it up. And if this thing runs, we can finally take it for a ride again, because I've missed this thing over the last month or two. So we got about a half tank of gas in it, and just jump back just on the starter so we can just electric start this thing instead of me trying to pull it over a million times. So I guess moment of truth, let's see if this thing starts. It's up on the dolly, so it should just spin. Shouldn't have any issues taking off into the MB out there. So, fuel on, chokes closed, moment of truth. Ain't no fucking way. Ain't no way. What? Oh my god, I gotta get this thing to start. Ah, the jump pack did shit. Alright, well, let me see if I can get the jump pack to stop freaking out, and then let's see if we can actually get this thing started, because she's there. She's definitely a little rich. I'm seeing a lot of black smoke coming out of the exhaust. You guys can probably see it too, so. That is sick though. The one thing is I did not clean out the inside of the head there where all that black stuff was, because I just didn't know if this thing was even going to start ever again, so I might go back in there later and just clean that out real quick, but at the end of the day, it's probably all inside the motor, whatever the hell that is, so it's going to be there forever. So. Let's wait till the jump pack starts freaking out. Try to run this bad boy. We're back. I think the jump pack is done freaking out. I ended up just pulling a little bit of fuel out of it with the fuel adjustment screw on the carb. So, kind of moment of truth. Let's see if this thing will run. Huh. Definitely almost there, but it definitely sounds like something's a little off. Oh, jump pack's freaking out again. Great. Oh, it's so close. Oh, of course. This jump pack is gonna drive me insane. Let's try this again. I was just trying to pull start it off camera. This thing's a bitch. Pulled a little bit more fuel out, so I guess we'll see what happens. Okay, it's a little bit better. She don't like the fuel, but it fucking runs. Oh, that is so nice. Now I don't have to replace this stupid fucking motor. Oh my god, that is so fucking sick. Let's see if I can pull start now. The jump pack's freaking out. Nope. Oh god, this thing's gonna give me a workout. But hey, she runs. Now I just gotta figure out why she doesn't like to run. I did take off the air filter, as you can tell, just to see maybe I was restricting it a little bit, but I think I might just need to put a little bit smaller jet in it still. I thought I put the stock one back in, but I might have left the old one that was actually jetted out for the turbo kit and then just pulled a bunch of fuel out of it, so it was still rich, but it would still run and rip no problem. So I think that's what it is right now, so maybe slap on the turbo kit and force some air in so it actually uses the fuel. I don't know, we'll see what happens. After about an hour, I'm trying to fight with this jump pack, getting this thing started because it just keeps freaking out after 5 seconds of me trying to start this thing. I ended up just replacing the spark plug just because it looked pretty fouled out, so put a brand new one in it and it starts a lot better now. And I was finally able to get it to start and idle for a little bit, tuned up the idle a little bit, and just let it run for a few minutes just to get some heat in it and get it moving again. So let's see if she'll actually start on film for you guys, but I probably doubt it. Fucking call that. This thing, I swear to God, right before I took this clip, I had this thing running for like 3 or 4 minutes, just idling, no problem. This video is just not going according to plan. It is what it is. Let's just get this thing running again, and then just see how it runs, I guess. Just try to tune it up the best I can, and maybe we'll go take it for a little test drive too.
this thing running after about like an hour of trying and just keep testing and trying. Finally got it running, so I'm gonna let it warm up for a little bit, and then maybe I'll strap you up on my chest cam. We'll go take this thing for a little rip. Got her pushed outside, so I guess let's try and take her for a rip and see how this goes. I'm just a little nervous of it dying, because then I gotta push it home. Alright, still drifts. Oh yeah, she'll drift. Oh yeah, she still gets it. A little rip around. I kind of forgot that wheel came off. Send it. Still rips though, I'll give her that. Oh. Alright, let's see if she'll die. I'm gonna get her in the garage first. Still running mint. Nice. I'm probably just gonna let this thing run for a bit and just make sure it's solid, because this thing just sucks to start right now. I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to hear it, but she sounds like she's knocking at the door. It's gonna be kind of hard to hear, but she just got a slight little knock to her. But she still rips, so I'm gonna at least drift it around the front yard a little bit and have some fun. If it's gonna blow up, let it blow up. So, send it. Oh, nope, too far. Oh, don't do that, don't do that. Oh, off-roading. God, I'm fucking covered. I did mow the lawn yesterday. Alright, maybe one more. She's still going. I'll give her that. Alright, that was clean. Oh, shit, I almost hit that bitch. Alright. Holy shit, I just covered myself in grass. Oh my god! It's all coming out of my pants. Oh my god. Huh? Even though she's knocking, she still rips. Man, I kind of want to go out again. Alright, maybe one last time. I know it's always the last time that ends up blowing up, but I guess it'll make a good YouTube content. Alright, let's try to hit this the opposite way. E-brake? Okay, okay. Swing it, swing it. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Oh my God. I don't know if you guys can hear that. She is just knocking at the door. I want to see her drift it on dry. Money! Alright, one last drift around the yard, and we out. Alright, a little e-brake action. Woo! Okay, okay, okay. Alright, get all this grass out of my pants. Holy shit. She's definitely still knocking. Hey, she still runs good though, I'll give her that. Holy shit, seat is covered. Alright, I think it's time to put her up for the night. What's going on, guys? So it's the next day. Last night, after the last clip, I ended up just pulling the go-kart in and parking it just because that thing was knocking pretty dang loud, and I kind of come to realize that I had no protection if this rod wanted to come out of the block there. I literally just had this fiberglass seat. There is no metal in between. Luckily, this thing is electric start, so that might have kind of saved me by hitting the starter, but really, I have no protection there, and it would just go right into the gas tank if it wanted to go up, so I didn't really like that and kind of just want to hop off of it if this thing wasn't going to blow up. So if I do want to still blow it up, I'm going to at least do it not driving it and dealing with all that. But other than that, I'm kind of a little mad that this thing is blown up because now we got the go-kart down again and we kind of got to figure out a new motor setup. But I'm not really too mad just because I only got like $20 invested into this motor. So I'm curious what you guys want to see. If you guys want to see me keep the 420 powered kind of go-kart and then just get like a new 420 that just kind of the same setup and then bolt it on here, get it running good and rip it around, or this thing is already kind of set up for a 670. It has the same mount holes on the plate there, so we could even put a 670 on it if you guys really want to see that. Go cop some stickers from my website. The website's always in the description, and it'll actually help me out because 670s are not cheap, and that would be kind of a cool project, but it'll be an expensive one for sure. I think just the motor alone is like $1,000. So if you guys want to see that, go support me, buy some stickers, and let's get that project going. But if not, I'm really just thinking about just replacing this engine, getting it back to a 420cc go-kart, have this thing just a fun little ripper that's reliable, and maybe even tear down this motor and see what's actually wrong with it, and then we could possibly put like a new rod in there, but billet flywheel, make this motor pretty badass and actually make some big boy power. But I don't know, kind of want to know what you guys want to see. Maybe put like a 425 4-speed on it. I don't know, I got a bunch of little ideas for this thing, so I just kind of want to know what you guys would like to see. But other than that, I think that's going to be the end of today's video. I wish I really didn't spend 3 or 4 hours trying to start this thing yesterday, because this thing was just being the biggest pain in the ass to start. It would just keep popping and banging, but it just would never hold idle, and then eventually got to hold idle, and then that's what happened. I just rode it around last night, eventually got it to knock up a storm, so it is what it is. So hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more content, and peace out. Send it.